Hi guys, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to another adventure. This is The Shade's Tale, an Ironclaw 2nd Edition game. I am joined by a band of intrepid adventurers, and we're going to begin the session like we begin every session by introducing our characters, and due to some tragic turns of circumstance in the last session, we have a new character today. So Theta will be introducing us all to them now. Theta, why don't you tell us about your new PC?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am Icon, Zookwe, Dragon, Changes Wizard. Personality is enigmatic. My motto is the first, the last, the eternal. And I have the starter goal of ingratiate myself into a group.
Yeah, I'm
That is
confused. Are you a Zukyu or a dragon?
I'm both.
Okay.
a crossbreed. Okay. And a very enigmatic motto for that crossbreed as well. So we're going to try to integrate them as soon as possible, and we'll see what happens there. Next up, we've got Arkloid playing Connor.
Yes, I'm Mark Lloyd. I play Connor Levere de Ecrovis, the Brazen Raccoon Knight, whose motto is one hand washes the other. And let me scroll for my motto, my goals, Deliver the invitation to the reclusive mage.
Right. Okay. And next up, we've got Griffin playing the Anonymous Doctor.
Yep, that's right, everybody. I'm Anonymous, the Armadillo Almoner. I have an evangelical personality, and my motto is first, do no harm, second, get paid.
Okay. And last but not least, we've got Rafferty playing Anushka.
Hello, world. Norman Rafferty. Today I am playing Anushka, the Microbat Messenger, where my motto is no fear, and serve with joy.
All right. So I'll do a brief recap. You guys find yourselves north of Harrowgate, kind of northeast of Harrowgate, in the forests of the Phalon territories. You were up here because you were asked by a very young noble girl who seems to be putting together a group of superheroes, essentially, for your help in sending an invitation to a reportedly very powerful fire mage who is living up in the woods of the Phalon. She had sent several individuals out there to contact him, but those that did returned badly burned. So she's convinced that if you can just get the message through to him, he will be more than happy to join her cause. But again, she's had no luck with that so far. So you all recruited yourselves a ranger and trekked up into the north. And when you made it into the Phalon territory, Harmon asked if this ranger could help him locate the Morigna, the most terrible monster known to those in Calabria. And with her help and a little bit of help from a Phalon war party that thought you all were easy prey and tried to attack you, you guys did end up finding the Morigna, and Harmon fought valiantly and actually did better than probably anyone in his position would, being surrounded by goblins on all sides. But eventually, their might was too much for him. He succumbed and was... Succumb? I don't know. But he was struck down and carried off by the goblin Fion. At which point, the Morigna turned its wrath to the rest of the party, who managed to survive and ran into the dark wilderness around them. And eventually, the cries of the Morigna were lost behind them, and they found themselves out of breath, panicked, separated but alive. And so we're going to start
Barely alive,
there.
thank you very much.
Sorry?
I said barely alive, thank you very much. I was struck by the death sword.
You were struck by the sword that is the size of a tree and did manage to survive. But I think it did take your combat save, right?
It took everything.
Everything you had. Okay. So
Everything except my life, which is one advantage I have over Harmon.
there you go. Right. Okay. So first things first. I do want to start the adventure with everyone sort of coming back together in the forest, sort of finding where they left off. What I'd like to do is have everybody roll mind and body and endurance and searching versus 3. And I've made a chart here, and depending on how many total successes we get, it will determine kind of how what state you guys find each other in.
Should the doctor roll on this too, or is he just out there right now?
Yeah, I'd like the doctor to also roll. I'm assuming that he was there with the party when all of this went down.
Okay.
Since you weren't here last time, the actually while Harmon was fighting the Marigna, pretty much everyone sort of kept out of it. Anushka was kind of like panicked from the sidelines. Connor got himself into a battle with one of the smaller goblins. But I imagine the doctor probably similarly was hanging off to the side, trying not to interfere, knowing how important this was to Harmon.
Right. Okay. Let's see. And then I just need mind and body. And would hiking apply for endurance?
Yeah. I would say
Hell,
hiking is
there
fine.
we go.
Could
That
also
is
see
gonna
an
be-
argument for tracking, maybe.
Yeah, do I have tracking still? I don't think so.
Okay. And I'd like a roll from... I guess Icon probably wouldn't be searching. But if they have... But if they have other dice... Well, no, actually, that's probably fine. We'll have Icon just sort of be in the crosshairs of this. So it looks like 2, 3, 4,
7 total.
7. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. Who is the low roller here? It looks like Connor, right? Connor, you have we should talk, right? Your irregulars. So one of them fled after the attack with the Phalon warriors. The other one that stuck around, I feel like you set him and Potter to sort of like stay back. You didn't want to put them in danger, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, yeah. So we're gonna say that they're going to join us after this scene takes off. But Connor, you find yourself in the dark of the woods now. It's not too disturbing for you. The forest that you are currently in does not have the same creeping malevolence as the swamp where you found the Morigna, and you can feel, even though your heart is racing, that you are out of danger for the time being. Of course, you are also quite lost in the Phalon woods, and you know that these woods still have a reputation for being rather dangerous, and you don't know where your friends and companions are, including Potter, who your thoughts go to first, most likely, as he is still learning how to defend himself. So you wander for several hours when you hear the flapping of wings above you, and as you look around, you hear a voice call out to you. It says, "Psst, hey, you there, hey." And then a dark-winged raven flutters into view, still several paces above your head, looking down at you. And it says, "Are you lost? You look lost."
How very astute of you, friend.
Well, I am I'm a native of this area. Perhaps I could help. You're not the only lost one that I came across on this night. Perhaps I could help. What do you have to trade? This is Phalon territory. We deal and barter here.
Hold on, let's go to my equipment list.
Sorry
Oh.
to hold on. Sorry for a second here. I want to There we go. I just want to bump up Ark's volume a little bit. Okay. Sorry, Ark. Can you repeat that one more time?
I just had to go to my equipment list to see what I had left. I have a kit for starting fires if you don't have one currently, or some food.
He cocks his head and he says, "Oh no, I'm quite well. I was thinking of something shiny." And you get the distinct impression that this raven is eyeing your brilliant armor that even in the dark of the woods has an unearthly sheen to it.
Are you sure you'd be able to fly with such a burden?
It says Flit. Flit is a strong flyer. He kind of like shows off his impressive wings.
All right, out of character, it's a signature item. I can get it back, but in character, Connor does not know he can get it back so easily.
That's true, right? And you would definitely be able to get it back, but probably not immediately. So you would probably be unarmored for at least a scene or two.
I also love this situation here where it's like, sure, I can help get you out. Why don't you give me your most expensive defensive item? While I, a flyer, can just flee.
Yep, can just flee.
Exactly.
But, I just want to, so you get what, no successes? Looks
You
like
got
have
one success.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I've got like 4, so I'm wondering, I mean, I would try to round everybody up. I just want to interrupt this to say that.
Yeah. I would have to imagine Anushka not only being your party's flyer, but also the one who has echolocation. I would imagine your first move would be to try to like
And a
locate
native of the
everybody.
forest and paranoid that everybody's going to get killed because this was a bad idea to begin with.
Exactly. Yeah, that's probably pretty true. Well, right now this Flit individual, he seems to be whispering at Connor, and seeing Connor's hesitation, he's going to say, it's very, it's very dangerous for someone to be walking around out here. I could find your friends, but I could also scream, and if I screamed, something might come. There are bandits, there are hunters and slavers, and there are worse things. And Flit begins to like pantomime big chomping teeth with his wings.
So this is the reverse Zelda. It's dangerous to go alone. Give up all your stuff.
Kind of. Well, this is sort of, he might be shaking you down. He might be like, here's the carrot, can help you find your friends. Here's the stick, I can help you find your enemies too.
It seems like you might be threatening me. You wouldn't threaten somebody, would you?
Oh, no. Flit never threatens his friends. We could be friends if you help Flit out.
Well, Flit, if I'm still here, but I don't care. Let me think of it. Moment here. I'm sure Connor's more quick-witted than I am, at least in these sort of situations.
That's okay. No pressure. I'm not going to throw a Morigna at you if that's what you're worried about.
Well, Flit, I have friends in these woods who are looking for me right now, so I don't entirely need your help, though it is appreciated.
Flit nods. He looks a little crestfallen, and he says, well, that's too bad, silly raccoon. And then he flaps up a couple branches, and he opens his beak and lets out just a scream. You literally, like, you might shudder at the piercing sound of this scream. Now, the rest of your party similarly can hear this scream coming from a distance through the woods. You instantly pinpoint it, and although you're not sure what it is, it's the first sort of like audio landmark that you've heard in quite some time that could signify like other people. So here's what's up. Let's get everyone who isn't already with Connor to roll speed, and I would take endurance. I would also give you hiking if you've got that, or tracking if you've got that. And while you're doing that, Connor, there's an echoing silence after that scream, the series of chirps that this raven Flit lets out, and then you can hear the flapping of wings as Flit seems to take his leave, and you think you hear just like a sinister chuckle. And a moment later, you hear crunching through the underbrush. It's something large. You hope that it is one of your friends or companions who has found you, but as you gaze into the foliage as the leaves part, you can make out the reptilian snout and the very large set of wicked jaws and teeth. You've encountered these before. It's the Bethrock, the velociraptor type dinosaur that seems to have been alerted to your presence and is preparing to strike. Can you roll me initiative, please?
As I roll initiative, Connor will yell, "Fuck you, Flint!" Ooh,
Oh,
I should have wrote it.
yeah. All right. So you struggle with the hilt of your saber, but it is not coming free in time. And this Bethrock dinosaur lunges, and he's going to take a swipe at you. Let me actually pull up his stat block. After he makes his attack, the rest of you guys will appear on the scene. So I've dropped you to a night map. If Connor, you want to pull a token out for you, everyone else is welcome to add your tokens as well, but to the sides. Connor, you can be sort of located in the center. Where's the Bethrock? There we go.
All right, I'm going to dodge this attack.
All right. And his attack will be a teeth attack. So he's pouncing at close 2d12 and a
Actually, no, I'm going to
2d8.
counter this. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I've got a
Yeah.
better melee than dodge right now.
Well, so because you were kind of caught flat-footed because of your
Oh, yeah, I don't have
initiative,
my weapons out. Derp.
yeah, I think dodge might be your only option at this point. So here it comes. 2d12, 2d8, damage +1. All right, 6, tied. So you dive out of the way. And
Yeah, I'm going
it
to
is-
retreat.
All right, it's going to press, and speaking of press, I should probably get token out for this guy as well. Here we go. Rah! So it is not going to let up. It smells prey, and it goes after it. And
So
we
that's
can
where
go back.
we would be after the press.
Let's see, actually. What's the range on this thing? Yeah. That's 1 meter. 1 pace. Okay. So, the rest of you will burst through the underbrush, and you come upon this clearing, and you can see that Connor, he doesn't have his weapon drawn yet. You see no rolls? Oh, weird. Oh, you know why? Because I have my GM roll turned on. I'm sorry. I must have turned it on last session when I
No
rolled
one
for your
else
body.
said anything. It's just like, oh fuck, it's just me. So I reloaded the page and it's like, oh, I still don't see anything.
Gotcha. Sorry, guys. No, I got a 5, a 6, a 5, and a 2. So tied for 6.
I didn't know that was the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's on when you use the dice roller on the toolbar on the left-hand side. There's a little in the top left. I guess you guys wouldn't see it because you don't have the GM permissions, but there's a GM button you can click. Okay, so yes, you guys come through the underbrush. You can see that Connor is being attacked. He doesn't have his weapon drawn, and this huge snarling beast is bearing down on him. This is going to include Icon as well. Icon, I'm not sure what you were doing out here in the woods this late at night, but perhaps this is all taking place kind of close to your house where you choose to live in this woods. But yeah, action is going down, and you're welcome to join this conflict as well, or sit back and watch if you're just curious to see how it will pan out. But let's go to Connor, since you're the one being attacked. Connor, what's your plan?
All right. It's going to be a very boring turn, but ambidexterity, readying, buckler, and saber, and guarding.
Nice. Okay. Connor guards.
Oh wait, didn't you say that
Doctor-
they tied?
Yes, hide.
Yeah, so wouldn't he still get hit?
Is that how it works? I mean,
he had
dodged.
no he just pulled out his buckler. He had no cover, right?
Well, you can retreat
Yeah.
behind cover, and we're in woods full of trees and trunks.
I thought
and
you only
stuff.
retreated on an impaling. Sorry, the whole retreat thing I never do, so I don't know off the top of my head.
Now, yeah, if to break a tie, you have to retreat. So if he can retreat behind cover, and it is a forest, so move him one. You can move him one pace away from the attack, and then the attacker can press if they want to.
Cool. Yeah,
Right.
that's
See,
basically
that's what
what we
confused
did.
me because I thought you only retreated on certain types of weapon attacks, like impaling.
Certain type would be melee,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but actually you can retreat from you can do this from a ranged attack too. Yeah, as long as you can improve your cover. The purpose of this was the command statement is combatants are not statues. You can move when it's not your turn.
Yeah. Cool. So Connor has drawn his weapons and his buckler and is guarding, preparing for the next attack, it's bearing down on him. Doctor, I think you're the next closest one to the action. What would you like to do?
Yep, I got 2 successes to get here too. So let's see. I am 7 meters away. I think I might actually be close enough to do my thing. And that thing is, if I can see where it is on my note, is Flesh Ward.
All right.
Hey, target, why don't you go ahead and roll will? And piety, you definitely believe, right?
Nope.
We're
Apparently
going
not
to
today.
have a long talk, Connor. You have 3 points of Flesh Ward. Congratulations. I've also technically rallied you, but you had no negative state anyway. So I figured there's no consequence to rolling that. So that's one action. And the other one, I will actually go ahead and ready a spell. So I'm going to
Okay.
use this. There you go. I'm spell.
Nice. You are spell. Okay, so Icon, you're the next closest. What do you want to do in this situation?
I should have probably rolled initiative, right, to see if I was even ready.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Nice.
So I guess I'm gonna start with a wand in hand. I guess I'll load up permeation of wind
Cool.
and declare this guy a group of 1 and hit him with it, right?
Okay, what's that do? Permeation of wind.
You need to, wow. Resist your body, mind, and weather sense. And I guess
That hits it. Yeah, that hits a group of targets, but there's only one, so it's a group of 1.
I'll declare
Alright,
this
so-
my favorite use of weather sense and reroll a d8.
Right, so the
Nice.
target rolls their body, mind, and weather sense.
No, it's
I
literally
think
right there on the roll. I've said it already.
Yeah, body, mind,
I've
weather
included
sense.
all relevant information on the roll.
Nice. This guy has no mind because he's a wild beast, and I don't believe he's got weather sense either.
Nope.
So he's just going to be rolling a d8. Okay, here we go. Yeesh. So you got 1 success.
Well, he has to
Looks like
resist a 7, so he fails to resist.
Yep, so you get damage flat 2.
Okay. All right, I'm a little bit confused. I always thought that resists were numbers of successes compared usually versus 3. Is it not that? Is it a combat?
Resist is a term. No, there's contests and challenges. Contest is the highest roller wins. Challenges is 4s or better. You count 4s or better. Resist is a generic term for when someone does something to you and you don't want it to happen to you, you resist.
Got it. Okay.
Because dodges are always your dodge roll and counters are always your counterattack. This is just resistance, which could be anything. So anyway, so you also get pushed 1 pace away from Icon.
I'm still waiting for the damage to be done.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, flat 2 means it means it just does 2 points. You can't increase that.
Got it.
Hey, you're
Sorry.
manipulating the weather. Do you have a license for that?
Mhm.
Well, you're quoting the laws of a different area.
No, really, all you have to do is answer to the goblins here. I have no idea what the goblins' opinions are on altering the weather.
Soaking with a D8. So I soak 1 damage.
All right.
So you're reeling hurt, and I push you 1 away from Connor.
Cool. Okay. And I assume this is a burst of wind exploding past Connor and knocking this thing back.
I don't know if it's so much a burst, so much as a permeation of wind.
It's
more like a
manipulating.
permeation.
It's manipulating the weather.
Cool. Cool.
Most of Zhongyi's spells are manipulating the weather, so
It was
you kinda wave your
sarcasm,
hand.
Raph, is what I was doing.
So yeah, all right. So a strange weather pattern moves through. Connor, you feel strong wind at your back, and it seems to be blowing leaves and sticks and dirt into the eyes of this creature that takes several steps back. You think the gods are on your side, and I assume that was everything from Icon.
Yeah.
So it would be Anushka.
Hello. Well, I didn't pass the initiative, so holy crap, it's Connor and some monster and a bunch of weirdos.
Just one weirdo currently. I guess
no.
Icon may be a weirdo too.
No, the doctor's here.
Oh.
Whoever I mean, you're all weird. So let's see. Well, I suppose I will draw 2 weapons because I can do that. So I guess I'll draw the swords. And Connor's not reeling. Connor seems to be doing all right. So let's see. That's 5 and 4.
I almost forgot my other statuses.
Yeah, fell out of a tree.
Oh,
right
has enough time
That's
passed
right.
for my hurt to go away, or does that only go away with treatment?
I think this is one of the few cases where your hurt would be still. Well, actually, no. You had time wandering alone. You could have treated yourself,
Yeah,
so you
did
can
it
remove
take
hurt.
5 minutes? Because that's all it needs.
Yeah, exactly. So you can remove your hurt. The
You had
injury would
one
stay.
success, so you might have had time. Okay, Connor. And that's it. I just fly in there.
Wait,
Nice.
Connor, did you just make yourself hurt? While you have flesh ward?
So
No, he
this
was
is-
hurt before, injured. He was
Oh.
hurt and injured before. He fell out of a tree for massive damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. All right,
But not fatal damage.
but not fatal damage.
I mean, it
Lovely.
could have killed him.
Okay.
Okay, since you're hurt, let me go ahead and just do a quick rally for you because I did you in the
He removed
process,
hurt
but I didn't
already.
think you.
So
Okay.
that red is for injured.
Could
Hurt's
you
gone.
rally?
Got
Could
it,
you
got
rally
it.
injured?
Yeah, that second. Anyway, that second success you got on your rally would have healed the hurt away anyway. So it's gone no matter what.
Okay.
Okay. The Bethrock sees Anushka join and shakes the foliage out of its eyes and recovers from reeling. And it is not giving up on its prey just yet. It doesn't see the other 2 of you, but it is going to guard and prepare its next attack. So we're back to Connor.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Let's get rid of the guard. I'm going to take a focus turn.
Okay. Anushka, you're the next closest.
Let's see. I'm going to. I will also take a focus turn. I will land in focus. So the 2 of us stand there and stare at the thing. Back off.
Okay.
It's not for dinner today.
Try to spread the wings, make yourself look bigger. Even at full wingspan, though, you're still the smallest of the 3 of these people
Yeah,
here.
but
In
it's a
this.
pointy thing. So hopefully that matters.
All right. I think Doctor, you're next closest.
Okay. I could attempt healing right now.
Hmm.
Sure, why not? I will in fact attempt healing from a distance. Connor, roll me your will. You may or may not go unconscious for this.
Ooh, risky.
That is at least one success, and I will go ahead and tap my personality. No, it went under. So congratulations, you are no longer hurt.
Injured?
Injured?
No, hurt, because I only have one
Oh.
total success.
Oh,
Because it
I
was
see,
against
yeah.
3 and 4.
Gotcha.
And
So
all
it was a
ancillary
wash.
dice rolls below.
Well, it was a good try.
Heavily unfortunate. I'm going to go ahead and guard.
Okay.
You can do this.
Icon, I think it's back to you, right?
Yeah. It's funny, it's the only time I've played a character in a long time that had the ability to rally to give people focus.
Yeah.
And those people just both took focus turns.
Both
Fuck
half
me.
focus.
Alright, well, I'll refresh
I'm not
the way of.
truly.
I didn't hear what you said, Raph.
I said I'm not truly.
No, I am.
Oh, you are. That's hilarious.
That's what I said. I was just planning to rush down there real quick and rally one of you into a focus turn, and you both took focus turns. Anyway, I'll guard and refresh the way of changes.
Cool. Okay. All right. This thing is as it's looking between its two targets, it sees one that is a raccoon in a can, essentially, and then one that is a smaller, perhaps crunchier but more succulent meal in Anushka. So it's going to use its charging strike towards Anushka.
I will tap my focus and peace out.
Oh, okay. And fly away. So its charging strike is probably not going to hit, but let's do this.
It's not. If because I have focus and because I have more movement than you,
Yeah.
I interrupt your movement and fly away, and I'm completely out of range.
Yep, exactly.
So
I'm
you can keep moving and choose Connor instead of me.
Oh, could I? Okay, then we'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Connor can interrupt.
All right.
I'm going to interrupt the guard.
Okay. Anushka bails. Connor brings up
Well, I did my
buckler.
due diligence.
And this guy is using his teeth again. 2d12, 2d8.
All right, and I'm going to dodge.
Dodge again. Interesting. Okay. 2d12, 2d8. A high of 7. Aha! High of 8. This guy can't pin you. So you pivot out of the way as this thing that's all just teeth and claws and muscle launches itself at you. That was actually a charging strike, so that was his first action. So he has another action, which I guess he will take to guard. He's being a very cautious boy. Connor, your turn.
All right, let's guard and attack.
All right. He's going to counterattack with his teeth. Why not? Because he's guarding, it will be 3d12 and 2d8 sooner or later. I gotta roll higher than like a 6. There's the 12, and you got a 12 as well. Simultaneous hit. Okay, looks like you're doing damage plus 2 crit. So that would be 3 damage on me, and my guy has damage plus 1 grapple. So
4 damage.
2 damage. Oh, right, because you're also
You're
injured.
hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, both
That's right.
of you,
4
I guess,
damage on me. Okay, I'm soaking with a D8, which means, and I botch my soak. So I think that strike will probably just put him down. Bleh. You
And
step
I soaked I soaked 2 out of what, 3?
3
4?
total, yeah.
All right, so there goes my one
Don't forget
point
the
flush
flush ward.
Okay, your flesh ward takes the damage for you, and now you're standing over the twitching, bloodied corpse of this thing. But you found your friends. Congratulations. I'm going to say also that a moment after the thing is confirmed dead from the south, you can see that Potter bursts into the clearing as well. He's out of breath and looks very worse for the wear. There's no sight of, I think it was Lewis was the other irregular. I think we're going to say that almost getting TPK'd is enough of a reason for irregulars to just bail. So as of right now, you're down to just your ally.
Oh boy. Okay.
Potter is always loyal.
Exactly, though. Potter would never abandon you in your time of need. He says, sir, I'm sorry, I'm here.
I'm so pleased to see that you're all alive.
Yes, I'm glad you're here, Potter. I mean, it's very dangerous out in these woods. Where's Lewis? Did he leave?
Unfortunately, his fears got the better of him. He tried to take me with him, but I swore I would never leave your side, sir.
I think I heard the doctor's voice earlier.
Yep,
Yes.
that's me behind this tree.
What are you doing here?
Well, I thought this was a lovely day for a stroll in the woods, so I just couldn't help myself.
So you came into the darkest goblin-infested wood.
Naturally. Would you like a chat book?
You already gave me one, but I am very happy to see you. And I will hug the doctor.
And I'll hug Adushka. I'm glad you're safe as well.
Don't hug me too tight. I was hit like a 30-pound sword.
Why is it every time I turn my back, you all end up injured?
This was a mad errand into the darkest places of the earth. But I promised I would be there, and thus I was. Sadly, it is
Where's
a
Harmon?
heavy. It's a heavy office. I must report that Harmon is no longer with us.
Oh no. I was managing the campsite when you all went on ahead, and then I just heard noises coming.
He was
Sorry.
felled by the goblins and taken away.
I didn't think anything could.
Did I mention the 30-pound sword?
That might have something to do with it.
Yeah, I think Harmon was consumed by his pride for ever increasing challenges, and I think he has finally met his reward.
I suppose he did get what he wanted.
I mean,
And-
you're a priest of Salnair. Don't you condemn pride?
There was nothing else in this world I could imagine he would want. And a life lived without at least some sort of joy would have been terrible for him.
Your religion is weird.
Well, I definitely have a bit of an unorthodox sect, I suppose, but,
Speaking of
and
unorthodox,
we'll just shrug.
I think there's a wizard around here because somebody's manipulating the wind.
Yeah, I know. I'll try shouting for him. Mr. Wizard! Hello?
I'm wondering what an armadillo shout sounds like.
Imagine
Wow,
you're very
Good
Winnie.
question.
yeah.
And you see, Timmy, that's how we make an artificial volcano.
Mr. Wizard, if you're there, I think we've been trying to deliver an invitation to you. We've been trying to reach you about your card's extended warranty.
Yes, I too would like to make my member bigger.
Mm,
Come flying
Here
down.
he is.
Ah,
Oh, it's one of those dragons. It's one of those lizards again.
are you sure it's not a goblin? Well, actually, it doesn't look like a goblin. mean,
Yes,
look-
I overheard that loud cry that you you let loose a moment ago, and I had no choice but to investigate.
That sounded like a bat, but it wasn't me.
Oh no, not you. I assume not.
Yeah,
Those
I
would
heard
be
that
some sort
too.
of higher whine. This
What happened
sounded
to
more like
Flit?
a crow's yell.
Yeah, what happened to Flit during all of this?
Oh, Flit's
He covered
gone.
off.
Flit took off. Yeah.
And is Connor like in his undergarments now?
No, he
No.
held on to his armor.
That's a good plan. These woods are infested with monster. Well, hail and well met, good sir. I can't think of what circumstances would have brought you to this forsaken place.
And same to you.
Oh.
I'll put my swords away and extend my hand, because I would actually shake hands with people. I'm that kind of person.
Yes, I shake your wing.
And Connor will clean his weapons, put them away, and likewise shake hands.
Connor, you're limping.
Yes,
Are
I
you-
fell out of that tree.
Oh, sorry. I was too busy watching the most grandiose spectacle of my life to notice.
Poor Connor.
I mean, in fairness, he had no choice. He
Uh,
would have been taken out in the tree, or
yeah,
at the
taking
bottom
out
of
in the
it.
tree. That's why I'm
Yeah.
carrying an impaling weapon. Look, our members have deserted us, and we found Potter, but Lewis is probably gone. And also, don't we have an errand that we were supposed to be? Plus, also, can we get out of the haunted goblin woods? I mean, this is just not a place. This
I
is not a
mean,
good
Yes, we do
Just-
actually, and I'll pull out like a letter. It's like we have an invitation for you.
Actually, out of character, you actually now
Hmm.
have 2 errands, Anushka.
place. Oh,
You don't
Great.
remember Harmon gave you something to do right before as well?
I didn't write it down.
Because it wasn't a
Oh.
goal. It was just something we discussed in character.
Oh,
Yeah,
I-
you have to tell Colette, right? Of Harmon's doom.
what happened to the bard hanger on? Harmon's.
Well, see, everybody seemed to have ran in completely different directions. So, who's to know, right?
That is, yeah, because that was an ally of Harmon's. I think she's probably making her way own way at this point.
I'm just saying,
in-
things characters don't know.
Hmm
in
Yeah.
character, when we're saying, okay, well, Lewis, Potter
Yeah.
and Lewis ran off, and so Lewis, I'm not too worried about because they're irregulars who show up, and also Lewis is no stranger to violence. But Harmon's
Actually,
friend
he
ran
is a
off.
stranger to violence, but he's a good woodsman.
I'm just saying that you ran away before Harmon's friend did. So, Harmon's friend was there playing music when you booked it for the hills.
Yeah, well, I
What
got
does that
hit by
bring
a
our
30,
death toll to? 4?
I'm gonna go back to this getting hit by a 30-pound sword thing.
Right. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying.
Right. So, but I mean,
So-
we escaped. But now that we have regrouped, she's not here. So, and
Yes.
unaccounted for, as in like when we say accounted, Lewis is accounted for. Lewis the woodsman ran off. But we think they're a skill, whereas Haiju we don't. Was it Haiju?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't know about, and is also a foreigner in a strange land. So that is somebody I think we need to account for. I mean, he's not with the doctor,
That's right.
and I hope Mr. Icon won't think I'm too forward when I ask if you've seen her.
No, I came from the other direction from what I saw you guys come from. So,
Well, that's
not unless they were coming from a different direction you were coming from. I don't think so.
I'm assuming that our party alignment is morally obligated to not abandon a person in a foreign land in the middle of the woods infested with monsters and slavers and enslaving monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We should try to keep the death toll down to a minimum at this point.
So, but Connor, you are the highest ranking person here. What say you?
I think we should make sure they're safe.
Okay, sounds like tracking is in order.
Well, we've lost our woodsman.
It's a fair point.
You wouldn't happen to be a aspiring woodsman, would you?
Oh, I'm I mean,
I'm
yeah.
speaking to our new friend here. We don't really know what their specialty is yet.
Hello. I'm a woodsman.
Oh, you are now.
No, I mean actually, like I have tracking,
Oh man.
and well, I don't have tracking. I have searching. Tracking's a bonus to searching. I actually just have freaking searching.
Right. Well, I
Raw
guess
talent.
before we disappear, to our new friend then. So you're not the Wizard of the Woods.
I've not gone by that name, no.
Right. You wouldn't be an aspiring fire magician who banishes people away by burning them.
Nope, still not part of the...
Well,
That's
why are there
hilarious.
two of you here?
Two of what? I've answered all your questions no so far.
No. I'm just complaining in general now. Oh,
Is
Two
complaining something priests do a lot?
not when many people are looking.
Actually, are you ordained? I forget.
Nope, not at all.
So you're not even a priest.
That's right.
Not
He went
even
his
a
own way.
brother.
Honestly, I just found this on the road.
You just hold up your holy tome, your staff. You're just like, yeah, I mugged a priest and took his clothes. That'd be a fun
Oh.
character.
No, he's the postman.
Oh,
It's just,
gosh, that's
instead
hilarious.
of mail, he's got chapbooks.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a long tradition of that.
So might I ask what you're doing out here in the woods?
I'm just keeping my head to the ground.
Mm,
Oh, you're a
Not
new
ex-
character. Did you not start with a goal?
He did.
Not exactly the most pleasant
I
place
mean,
to.
that has nothing to do with the question I was asked, so...
I know.
Well, it might, because I mean, we're asking, what are you doing here? You might have a goal that has a reason to be here. I
Well,
guess not.
Nope, not to what I'm answering. No.
I'm just not even going to be curious about it because you're a wizard, and I assume all wizards are weird up to no good.
And I'm still trying to be polite, so I'll say it's not exactly a place to be out here. It's full
Well,
of
it
goblins.
seems to me that two of you seem to be very much injured, and perhaps you don't want to go wandering back into those dangerous woods.
Your surmise would be correct.
Yes.
Do you have a place?
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd have to have someplace.
Models that way.
Then perhaps if you would be so kind and generous, maybe we could go there. Anushka, if you'd be willing to take flight and maybe see if you could spot signs of our friends and then come back.
I mean, I'm
Then we
assuming
could
that's what I
decide
would.
whether or not we can set out again.
Well, I had 4 successes on my search to find you guys earlier. So, did I find any signs of Haiju, or do you want me to roll again?
I would like a separate roll for if you guys want to go track. this
I
lady
can't leave
down.
her. I can't leave her behind in the goblin-infested woods.
I think that is truly noble of you, and it's the morally right thing to do. So, but let's do it. That could be your next mission. Although I will mention that you guys are still injured and probably exhausted. No one failed their initial endurance searching roll, so no one is fatigued right now.
Mhm.
But it is definitely the middle of the night. But
Well-
again, for some of you, that's just your daytime. So,
Yep.
it's up to you.
I'm crepuscular. Well, yes, I'm tired, my limbs ache, and my lungs are burning, but I fear not. So I will take to the sky and look around. I have a mere 3 successes.
A mere 3 will well, I will say that we are in needle in haystack territory. It is a combination of luck and circumstance that brought you all together. 3 successes is probably going to get you evidence of where they went, but it's not going to help you. It will help you find them, but you have not found them after your initial search. But you do
Okay, well,
have
at
a
least-
vector. It looks like they headed west.
Okay, well, what a positive sign that she may have gotten out of the woods. What I have geography. Do I know what is to the west?
Yeah. You would know that. Well, let's check out the actual world map since we're here. Yeah. So you guys probably a little bit further east, but yes. So you know that to the west, eventually you would leave this valley, forest. You would find yourself to the lake. What?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's deeper into Phelan. Well, maybe not unfortunate.
It's
Okay,
true.
so you can get on foot about on good conditions, you can get 1 square a day. So she was probably doing maybe half a square a day, and she has a bit of a lead. So she's probably in the woods somewhere here. If she's headed to the west, she would eventually get to Lake Core, which yeah, has lots of people on it. It's a lake. So there's gotta be this is disputed Bisclave Phelan domain. But it's not goblin territory, so that's a positive.
I mean, you also would have to know if she got to the lake. She came from that direction before, so she probably would have the wherewithal to hit the lake and take a left.
Right. But it would probably take her 3 or 4 days to get there. So because
Right.
I'm assuming she's not a flying or forest critter. So all right. So what was our primary goal again? We're delivering something?
Your primary goal
Delivering a
is to
message.
deliver, this invitation to a powerful fire wizard that seems to attack anyone who comes near. But so far in your journey, you have come across no such wizard.
That's right, the fire wizard. Where are we just crazy or what?
Well, you haven't really asked anybody about the fire wizard. Once you guys got here, the first thing you did was go goblin hunting and then get ambushed.
Right.
By
That's why I'm
Tiana.
asking, are we just mad? Do we just lack wits? Is there something wrong with us?
It's
Perhaps.
Well, I want to be polite, so
a
I
mad
won't say
world.
anything.
Well, we did our due diligence, and the woods are infested with monsters and goblins, and a distinct lack of fire wizards. This isn't the fire wizard. We could declare you the fire wizard and hand you the package. That would
You'd like
solve a
to.
lot of our problem.
Well, I'm sorry. What, did you have a package for me?
You have a letter.
I've tried handing it over to you a few times, but you've also said you're not it.
Well, you have no signs of one reason why I was laughing so hard is because one commentary folks had on the magic of Zhonggao is that there's no fire spells. I mean, there are, but there's like everything is weather, the opposite
Yeah.
of fire. So, but hey, I mean, that's what they do.
What are you gonna do?
Manipulating the weather was more useful than burning down the village. What can I say?
They had a lack of fire spells, and perhaps that's why they invented fireworks. There was a niche that needed to be filled.
Just invented bombs. So I suppose we should notify you and possibly Lewis. I would suggest that we head west. Even if we don't find the fire wizard, we may be able to ask clues along Lake Core to see if anyone knows anything with the fire wizard, since wandering into the goblin-infested forest hasn't told us anything. What do you guys think?
Well, we were given directions before, weren't we? Before we left.
Yeah, this was a detour rather than part of the main.
Oh,
Alright,
I see. All right.
What were our directions?
Your directions were a little bit northwest of where you are currently in like this sort of area. So if you, and I will say, because Anushka, you probably have good bearings on where you are. If you guys were to travel north, probably like a day, maybe a day and a half, you would reach your destination. Actually, I'm mixing up my locations. It would be 2 days of travel north from here.
We think the fire wizard's somewhere up here, but also Haiju is wandering around the woods somewhere unaccounted for.
Indeed.
So, I mean, I can't think Harmon would want her to just wander around the woods.
I am willing to, because this is a very noble task that you guys have undertaken for yourselves. I'm definitely willing to make it a goal to secure Hua Jiao's safety. Haiju? Hua Jiao?
Hey, can another goal be added to that list as well? Deliver the message to Cole.
Well, if you party up with us, it's
yeah.
a party call.
If you'd like to,
I'm just saying because,
Yeah,
Harmon
for
asked you to do
Anushka.
it. It's literally a thing Anushka has.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, why not? You guys have a maximum of 3 goals at a time, so you would have... That would be your 3rd goal for now.
Well, we have 2 goals already. The only one I have is deliver the invitation.
Yeah, so goal number 1 would be deliver the invitation. Goal number 2 would be deliver Harmon's final message to Colette. And goal number 3 would be to make sure that Hua Jiao is safe. Unless there's another one that I'm missing right now.
Sounds
and of
good.
course, you guys can always drop a goal if a new goal comes along. We haven't really had that happen so far, but that's always an option. Spell my name this way. I see Hua Jiao.
Oh, okay. I was close.
Okay.
Hua Jiao. Those are long tones. I apologize to all the.
I'd like to
Yeah.
apologize to humanity as a whole real quick. And
Yeah. The goal limit is 3. We call that the Borderlands rule.
That's
So
funny.
all right. So once again, hail and well met, Mr. Icon. Do you have any sort of arcane reach in time and space? You could tell us where this person is.
Very slowly. I have a very slow arcane reach into the future. One might say a second at a time.
Hmm.
will we encounter in the next second?
Was that helpful to you? 1 moment? No.
Ah, darn. What about now?
True.
1 moment? No.
Ah,
It's true again. That's amazing.
truly, I've never seen such skill before.
Advisor to kings and emperors.
All right. Well, I thought I would ask. I suppose we should start searching. We've denied Lewis. So usually you do a spiral pattern for this. So yeah, I only have 3 successes, and I know they're headed west. So I guess we should head west as well.
And of course, Icon, you're no bandit, and well, we could probably use some of the help. You're welcome to come along with us if that's what you would wish.
Well, apparently I live in that direction, so it seems like I'm heading that way anyway.
Well, the world's round, so if we keep heading that direction, eventually we'll get there.
Wonderful.
Now who's the philosopher? Okay, well, it sounds like Icon has insinuated himself in a party. As you guys go searching for this other... I mean, hey, maybe he would be invested because it's another native of Zhangguo that you guys are looking for. Like, if nothing else, I don't know how he feels about his homeland.
Maybe I'm invested because I've been out here all alone this whole time. I'm going crazy by myself.
Also, good point.
I'm really getting annoyed at that other voice in my head.
People show up and leave all the time. Connor is constantly surrounded by hangers-on.
Okay. Well, so there's no time to waste. It sounds like you guys are interested in pressing forward into the night. I'm trying to think about the last time you made camp was probably outside of the Morigna's territory, which wasn't that long ago. You guys are still probably within that 4-hour zone, so you can press on without worry of fatigue. But let's get some searching rolls going.
Oh boy, searching.
It sounds like if Anushka is taking point, she should probably be the one who is doing this searching, but anybody who has searching dice could make a roll to help.
Also, who's native to the forest? Isn't Connor a forest critter?
Yes.
Indeed.
But my species die is only at D4. I'm a very shitty raccoon.
This is probably going to amuse only me. So, Icon is of two different species, but neither of which are forest. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right,
Hmm.
checking.
I'll
Guess
tell you
I guess
this:
I could just-
I would be perfect for that point where the ocean meets the mountains.
There you go.
I'd be great in
The
Hawaii.
Palisades.
And are you a team player, Doctor?
Nope, not yet.
Well, your moral support.
Okay.
Participated.
All right. I guess so. That was everybody who wanted to roll, right? I see 2 successes.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Hu Jiao is not trying to be found. So
No.
yeah, so I can't claim an assist bonus from them, which makes sense. They might not want to be found. They strike me as the kind of person who doesn't want to be found.
That is an interesting
So,
point.
a mere 2 successes as we tramp around the woods.
Right. Okay. And I'm handling this like a quota. So we're going to say that you guys spend the rest of the night trekking westward, picking up. You haven't lost the trail. You've picked it up here and there. It seems as though she is still wandering. As day breaks, you find your first signs of life. It appears that there is a... Let's see here. You hear song, music, melody. Someone is humming a tune, and as you draw closer, you think perhaps this is your foreign bard, that you finally found her, as she was known to be very musically talented. However,